105.3 The Beat, Ferrari Simmons. Oh my God, I have no idea how this happened. My boss Louis V hit me a couple days ago and was like, Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall. I said, hell yeah. I had my baby in my hand, and all of a sudden these guys are in here. Yeah. First and foremost, I just want to say I'm fans of both of you individually. That definitely respect you guys as athletes, but more than athletes as well for what you guys stand for. I appreciate you guys having the time to come to Atlanta and talk about this. What is it? The iconic?
I Am Iconic Live Tour.
Can we talk about that, please?
Taking place December 19th, which is this Tuesday, which is like, get your behind out your seat. Matter of fact, you ain't got to even move. You go to citywinery.com/Atlanta and get your ticket. Tap in.
But stop. Why? How did this come about? I'm pretty sure you guys had to have a conversation.
Okay, Brandon came to me. I said no. Brandon came to me again. I said no again.
Why?
Brandon came to me the third time. I said, bro, you didn't hear me the first two times? Fuck no.
because I wasn't speaking Cam Newton language, and then also Cam.
You wasn't in those little texts he be doing with all the little emojis and shit?
He has his own language, but he's also like very intentional.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say solo, but if you're not on that same wavelength, it's just not going to happen. So it took a couple years for me to finally, be able to speak his language. He's like, one day he looked at me, he's like, bro, just tell me how it makes sense. I said, say no more. So I put together a whole email and a template of a plan and a vision, and that just made sense for him. But we already experienced it last year. I was like, yo, like, I'm telling you, just come experience it, because then you can take it and run with it. And when he came, it was like he and I's energy made the show, and it was just amazing experience. It's hard to explain. You got to experience it.
Now, if we can explain it a little bit, what is someone looking forward to when they attend?
So for the people who knows our platforms, obviously I Am Athlete, and then Iconic Saga produces Funky Friday. That's in essence what it is. It's just like a live podcast approach to the consumer being in a live setting. We want to incorporate as much audience engagement as possible. Major fans to the people who have done it for so long, who is doing it right now. The Oprah Winfrey Show, Arsenio Hall Show. My next guest needs no introduction. The 85 South Show, Wildin' Out. Like, these guys are making major headway in this space of new media, and I think for media as a whole, this is a breaking ground for the talent to take over the narrative, right? Or in this case, athlete-generated content that we just want to be able to do. Our first stop was in Chicago, big success.
How was that? Yeah, okay.
And, it wasn't right if we didn't come home to Atlanta. And, that's what we're...
Now, Chicago, you playing in Chicago for a good amount of time. Was that a particular reason why you want to stop in Chicago first?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you look at the heat map, the cities that really rock with you, I mean, obviously the content reach everywhere, but there's some pockets where it's like, a lot of people rock with you. So Chicago's definitely one. It made sense. I played in Chicago, got a lot of love in Chicago still. So it made sense.
Where's late? Where late?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
You know what it is.
How's it feeling to come to Atlanta and really kind of do something like this for the folks there?
You know what's always...
Just so, before you start, I want to let you know I always wished you played for the Falcons, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't too late.
I always wished you played for us, bro. I rooted for you that MVP year.
Yes, sir.
Well, I always rooted for you, number one. But
yes,
I just said, man, I always wish that you played for the Falcons. But go ahead.
Man, Arthur knows how to get in contact with me if he wants to. These people are billionaires, so if they want to talk to you, they can talk to you. But I think I'm on a mission right now in the life that I live is relatability to prove to the young man that's in College Park, the young man that's in Decatur, the young man that's in Bankhead, the young man that's wherever. You can be in Savannah, you could be in Augusta, you could be in Macon, and know that you don't have to change. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to alter your approach to get to the top. And I'm a perfect example of that. And I did it with football. Now transitioning into, this media space is something that is very dear to me because I relate to more people now. because I can say,
isn't that crazy?
listen, I can say whatever the
Both
fuck
of
I
you.
want to say. You see what I'm saying? And not worry about the implications that's going, no, you got a sponsorship. No. No, the ownership is not going to hold on, don't say. And I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I want people to really understand, like, the message that I'm getting to. I always said, I don't necessarily care about the people in Buckhead more than I care about the people in Bankhead. Right? I want to give them hope to say, if Cam can do it, I can do it too.
Both of you guys play for big franchises and were standout athletes, legendary to me, Hall of Famers to me. The mental part of the game that especially you brought, Mr. Brandon Marshall, to be highlighted. Are you guys going to talk about that as well, mental health?
Yeah, we organically do it. It's interesting because, like, for years I was trying to do it, but I was doing it in an institutional way, like literally, fighting the stigma, walking the halls of Congress, et cetera, for years. And it wasn't until we started, I Am Athlete, a platform, and one day I said, let's just check in where we at 1 to 10. And when we did that, it just broke through. And so that's how we do it. It's just that, like, Cam and I, we'll sit there and check in with each other quickly. Where you at 1 to 10? In Chicago, we had some audience members come up and check in 1 to 10. And it's more natural that way. Like, if I come to you and I say, let's talk about depression, let's talk about anxiety, like, there's a lot of stigma.
I'm good, bro. I'm straight.
Yeah, we always design to say I'm good, but motherfuckers don't be good.
That's right. But
sure.
when you hear, like, Cam, like, man, like, bro, where does Lions go, what I'm saying, the limp, right? So, and we start talking about that, it just reached more people. And what's cool about it is, like, I'll be walking around wherever, and people are like, yo, I got a group chat with my homies where we do check-ins now. And it's real simple.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, to me, are just freak athletes where I looked at you guys like Superman, like you were doing things that I've never seen athletes do. You still leading all QBs and touchdown. You can tell I watch football, right?
Right.
All QBs and touchdown ever.
Yeah.
Right. I think they was comparing Josh Allen to 2 nights ago or something like that, right?
Just let him be his own.
Right. I'm just saying they put your stats on the screen
sure.
and they put his. I was like, damn, Cam got he got a long way to go for rushing touchdowns. You know what I'm saying, as a QB. But I just say that to say, just to hear you guys have issues as well, because to see you guys do wonderful things on the football field.
I'll say, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I think it's very key to, people aren't used to really what this experience is like, right? So to answer your question, you originally asked about what can people expect from the show. You're used to seeing Cam Newton and Brandon Marshall from the football dynamic, but the reality of it is this whole I Am Iconic purpose is to humanize people.
Thank you.
And that's iconic.
That's where I was going.
You see what I'm saying? It's iconic in its own right. So we're gonna talk about sports. We're gonna talk about fashion. We're gonna talk about current events. We're gonna talk about culture. We're gonna talk about putting yourself in certain situations to bring people into the shoes of the stepper. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, it's not just all about one or the other. Talking about mental health in a way that's organic, that we can digest it. Because oftentimes, bro, I'm straight. No, it's the energy that you're getting out of it. No, you good. Hey, what's needed to happen? And, once you identify that, that's what makes it different. And no shade to anybody else that's doing it. We're trying to carve out our own way that I haven't seen it done. So that's in essence what I Am Iconic Live tour, and that's what we're bringing to, each city that we bring this show to.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I appreciate you guys stopping by. I got a game before we get out of here. Okay, guys?
Talk to me.
Okay, let's get it.
Who wants to go first?
Brandon.
Brandon Marshall's top 5 QBs.
Ever.
Your top 5 QBs.
Okay.
Now, hold on. When you say are you
Brandon
talking
Marshall's
about who he
top
played
5.
with?
That's a good question.
Come on, man.
Let's do it. I had 17.
I'd say, can I say
overall.
ever? Because you haven't played with everybody.
No.
Yeah, let's go ever.
Go.
So no order right now. If you want me to, I can do after I lay them out. Tom Brady.
Okay.
Joe Montana. I'm going to go Cam Newton.
Stop the cap, bro.
Bro, you changed the game,
Accept your
bro.
flowers, bro. Accept your flowers.
Bro, he's...
You changed the game, bro.
You got 2 more.
But you gotta think about. But you gotta think about it. Like,
please accept your flowers, my brother.
I am, but I don't. Okay, go.
You were at Auburn.
Bro, what was
you
the
were
comment?
at Auburn,
what was the
my
comment
guy?
you made on Funky Friday when I was with you? When you had me in, and I asked you something. You was like, when I entered the game, there was nobody like me, and now there's many me's. What did you say? What did you say?
Go watch the show.
Right. So I'm gonna put Cam in there, Tom
You got
Brady.
2 more.
And the
Joe
reason
Montana,
why is because
Cam,
we don't even respect, the black quarterback. You know what I'm saying? How he played the game is different than Tom Brady, like you just said. He can get it done on the ground. He can get it done through the air. You know what I'm saying? And he's doing it with flair. He's doing it with style. He's doing it with all of that. So you want me to put Cunningham in there? You want me to put Michael Vick? Who you want me to put in there?
You got 2 more.
Okay, bet.
3.
So Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Cam Newton. I'm going to put Peyton Manning. Big fan of Peyton Manning.
1 more.
Peyton Manning. And then I'm going to go, Joe Montana. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Patty.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Make sure you put that list up, nephew. All right, Mr. Cam Newton.
I know.
I'm not asking you about quarterbacks.
I know. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. I mean, bro, I'm here, bro.
You know where you going.
Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Julio Jones.
2 more.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Wow.
Lynn Swan.
Wow. I wasn't expecting those last 2.
Yeah.
What about Larry Fitzgerald?
Man,
Oh, my
Larry
goodness.
Larry is the ultimate. What's the word?
Pro?
It's a type of receiver that just drew a blank. It's
Technician?
Possession receiver.
Yeah.
Ultimate. I mean,
gonna
just
catch that
crack.
man.
He going above all, and this is what I teach my kids with a 7-on-7. Catch the ball first, and then we could talk about all the other stuff afterwards. Like, as a receiver, you're supposed to receive the ball. Like, nowadays, the game's, it's all about dancing and all that. Like, bro, catch the ball.
Right.
But those my 5.
He said about dancing. He was dancing the most.
No,
He
like,
was dancing
no, I'm
the
talking about
most.
just the receiver position. Like, they not really working on their craft. The craft is catching.
You hear him over here?
You see what I'm saying? I think I've always been a fan of Julio.
Julio's
Like,
a dog.
Yeah.
And to work out with him is just even more like, like a bull. Like, damn. And going through those things, can't forget about Antonio Brown.
Oh, yeah.
But, all in all, I just marveled at those guys because I never really had the opportunity to, outside of Pro Bowl. I played with him at the Pro Bowl, but it's like to see, that was just you see who he is, and the Pro Bowl is not really as serious
It's a sample
as
size, small sample size.
I want to see the body of work, how you prepare, how do you do when you have those 2 drops? You know what I'm saying? Rainy games, how do you prepare versus the Darrelle Revises of the world, the Stephon Gilmores of the world, these lockdown corners that you already know that they gonna be matched up on you all game and the game within the game. So, really, when I look at a guy like Brandon Marshall, he's a person who has been a part of that big receiver wave, the Plexico Burris's, Larry Fitzgerald to a degree, Anquan Bolden, these these big
Anquan
body
dog.
guys that's just like, listen, they excursions coming down there. You feel me? So, yeah, you got to be a student of the game.
I appreciate you guys. Now, the Iconic Tour, how can they get tickets?
So you go to citywinery.com/Atlanta, scroll down, probably see us sitting in these beautiful chairs.
Man, I'll give you even a simple way. You go on I Am Athlete or Iconic Saga. We dropping so much content
on Instagram,
and then you can buy the
off there. Hit the link.
Off the link, babe.
Before we go, how do you guys like being on the other side? You guys used to being interviewed all the time as athletes. Now you guys are in front of the camera. You guys are talent now. How you guys feeling that?
It's fulfilling,
Okay.
and I think there was people that came before us, but we were some of the first to do it while we were playing, and so it's definitely fulfilling, and it's something that I think we're paving the way for other guys, right? Like, Cam did it, B did it, how do we do it?
Yes, it's something that you just got to look at and ask yourself, I've been scarred before. I've been taken advantage of. My words got threw out of context, And I always tell the person who I'm talking to, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know you for one thing. I try to bring out a side that we can relate to. Because if you can say your favorite artist or your favorite athlete or your favorite influencer is this person, and then you didn't know that y'all like the same type of sauce from Chick-fil-A too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, boom. Or it is what it is.
Appreciate you guys pulling up, man.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Appreciate you.
Love, bro.